GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, are organisms whose genes were altered by the process of genetic engineering. The making of GMOs poses a lot of controversy because of the potential risks that it has on the environment, the world, our local communities, and our personal health. Despite these risks, the domination of GMOs in our products and its effects have been increasing over the years.
But many of you probably haven't noticed it because we all in some way gradually adapted to the changes caused by GMOs. This is what we would call a shifting baseline. A shifting baseline is a type of change to a previous reference, and the changes usually are significant. But before we start going in depth into the shifting baseline concept, we first must travel back in time to the beginning of GMOs.
In 1982, the FDA approved the first GMO Humulin, insulin produced by genetically engineered E. coli bacteria, appears on the market. The baseline made a shift when people realized the benefits of GMO. In 1994, GMOs appeared in grocery stores and were an instant hit because they survived on the shelf longer. In 1999, over 100 million acres worldwide were planted with GMOs, and during that time that the cost of GMOs were introduced, but despite this, GMOs were increasing.
In the 2000s, several countries have placed laws on GMO labeling or completely banned GMOs until full research on the risk have been made. In 2003, GM pests appeared, and ever since then, superbugs and superweeds have been appearing, causing the boost in pesticide use. The ramped-up pesticide use was found to have many environmental risks, such as increased emission of greenhouse gases and pollution. In 2011, Monsanto, the biggest GMO producer, sued farmer Percy Schmeiser for patent infringement because Monsanto seeds were carried to his fields by the wind. The case showed that farmers can now be threatened by the existence of GM crops.
Today, about 40% of the world's GM crops are grown in the U.S. On top of that, Monsanto has planted 282 million acres of GM seeds worldwide, which is up from the 3 million acres that were planted in 1996. Do you notice the changes that have occurred? GMOs are a classic example of a shifting baseline. Before the introduction of GMOs, the change of an organism's genetic makeup has taken millions of years and through more natural methods and hasn't always been created in a lab. GMOs gradually dominate our supply, and when you compare the amount from previous times, it will always be bigger.
Of course, the increase of GMOs comes with the increase of risks that will alter the future. Since GM crops use massive amount of energy because they need herbicides and nitrogen fertilizer, which emits greenhouse gases and use fossil fuels. We predict that the continued presence of GMOs will cause much more pollution to our environment and will waste more energy resources.
However, the pros of genetic engineering are also present. Its ability to make medical and vaccinal foods pave way for advancements in medicine and cures for sickness in the future. The topic of GMOs aren't really black and white, and it's up to you to determine if the shifted baseline is for the good or for the bad.